Hey folks, Pastor Jordan here, bringing you this week's sermon preview once again from the grounds of West Glenville Reformed Church out here in front of our Hope sign by the gazebo. And this is where we'll be holding worship. If the weather holds for Sunday, we'll take another look as we get closer, but hopefully we'll be able to worship outdoors as we've only got a few weeks left before Labor Day now. We'll worship outside the next 3 Sundays, if the weather permits. Before we head back inside for our program year starting on September 10th. So just a couple of quick announcements about that. September 10th, of course, is Rally Day. That's the time of year when we start all of our church programming. So we'll have the choir will be back, the praise band will be back in the loft. We'll have youth programming beginning around then. Our Sunday school program will start that day. More youth programming will be starting up around that time as well. And it's the beginning of our church year. And once we sort of get all back into the swing of things in the fall, we'll gather for worship regularly on Sunday mornings inside, and it'll be a blessing. But we celebrate that with what we call Rally Day, as just a great celebration day to enjoy our community together. So we'll have a potluck cookout supper after church that day on September 10th. So you're encouraged to bring anything. It's just whatever. Bring a side dish or a dessert, anything that you like to make for those kind of events. We will provide the main dish and we'll provide beverages. But everything else is going to be potluck style. So bring a side or a dessert or something else to share, and we'll be happy to share in that together. That's Sunday, September the 10th. Also on that day, we'll be celebrating communion. Normally we celebrate on the first Sunday of the month, but the first Sunday of the month is the weekend of Labor Day weekend, and we generally have lower attendance that week. We wanted to celebrate communion when we would have more of us together on Rally Day. So we're doing it on September 10th in the month of September this time. So that's just a sort of a program note for you. You can plan on celebrating communion with us that day as well. And also later that week begins our community meals program for the program year. So our community meals will be on the second Thursday of every month. And we're inviting as many people from the local community as want to come. They're welcome to be here. It's a meal that is focused on giving people time together in a busy life and a busy schedule to just not have to worry about cooking dinner and being together with their family here at church instead. And so that's a nice way to do that. But it's also there for anyone who's in need. And so if you know of anybody that's in need of food or friendship or community, it's a perfect opportunity for them to come out and just enjoy some togetherness and some good food. We usually have leftovers too, so if there's anybody that we know of who are shut-ins or who couldn't make it out for any reason, we can bring them some leftovers as well. So we're all encouraged to do that, and so that's starting on September the 14th, which is the first Thursday or second Thursday in the month of September, and then it'll follow the second Thursday all the way through May. And so that's happening. We are in need of volunteers for that. So if you want to help out with that team, work on putting together food every month, it's a fun time. And just let Becky White or Deb Broughton know. They are the ones that are heading up that ministry this year. So those couple of announcements are out of the way. Now on to our sermon preview. This week we're starting our final sermon series of the summer season on Sabbath, and we will be spending 3 weeks looking at the different aspects of what we are called to, what we are invited to, really, in Sabbath. This first one is about the idea of stopping. I know that's hard for us, especially in our culture of the day. It's all about production and work ethic and getting as much done as we can in as little time as possible so we can start on some other project. We just have to keep pushing and pushing all the time in this life. What does it mean to stop? Can you? Have you tried? And when you do, is it uncomfortable, right? These are some of the challenges that we have when we are reminded that we are creatures created to live in this time and space together, but we still have all this other stuff around us calling our attention. So that's what we'll be looking at. What does it mean to actually stop, and can we do it? So that's what we'll do when we gather for worship on Sunday here around the gazebo. If you can't make it in person, we'll be right here on this YouTube channel, and we invite you to be here. Just follow the same way you got to this video, and we'll be here live streaming on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope you have a blessed week, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.